Well, good Sunday morning. Hope you had a great week last week and are off to another good start this week. And welcome to another episode of the I Am Sayings of Jesus. Last week we looked at John chapter 10, the first 10 verses, where Jesus talks about the fact that he is the door into the sheepfold. And we're going to continue that discussion in John chapter 10, beginning in verse 11, where Jesus says, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. He who is a hired hand and not a shepherd, who does not own the sheep, sees the wolf coming and leaves the sheep and flees, and the wolf snatches them and scatters them. He flees because he is a hired hand and cares nothing for the sheep. I am the good shepherd. I know my own, and my own know me, just as the Father knows me, and I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. Jesus says, I am the good shepherd. And the good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. And that's not just a reference to the fact that Jesus literally laid down his life there on the cross and was crucified for us, but it is also the idea, it carries with it the fact that the good shepherd stays and fights. And so, what Jesus says about the hired hand, the one who is not the shepherd, the one who does not own the sheep, he sees the wolf coming. He doesn't even stay and fight. He immediately runs away. And the reason he runs away is because he's a hired hand and he cares nothing for the sheep. And Jesus says, I am the good shepherd. Jesus stays and fights. He stays and he protects his sheep. And we need to remember that because there are times in everybody's life when things are just dark and we're facing the trials and the tribulations of life, and it's tempting to think that God no longer cares, that Jesus no longer cares, the Holy Spirit no longer cares. But Jesus says no. Jesus says he is the good shepherd who stays and protects his sheep. He protects those whom he knows and who know him because he's the good shepherd. He he owns us, if you will. We are his sheep. We are people of his flock, if you will. So don't give in to the temptation when times are tough to think that Jesus has gotten scared and run off. He hasn't gotten scared. He hasn't run off. He hasn't left us. He's there, always there, to protect us because he's the good shepherd. So keep that in mind. And I hope that you have a great day and a wonderful week.